Okay. I hope my voice is audible to everyone. So now I try to share my screen also. Okay. In the morning session, so we're all discussing about what is the relational model and what is how we are creating the relations by using SQL also. So we're all discussing about that. Okay, so just to try to see one by one. So we're all discussing about this relational data model means nothing but set of relations. So relation means nothing but a table. Okay, so in this here we are consider attributes, relational instance, and relational schema. So what is the attribute? Attribute means nothing but a column. That column of the table can be represented as attribute. For example, we are consider the student table. So then what are the attributes of the students? Student number, student name, age, marks, like this. So all these are the columns of the table. So at the same time, those are referred as attribute. Relational instance means nothing but how many number of rows in a table is specified nothing but relational instance. Relational schema means how many number of columns and name of the table. Completely can be referred as a relational schema. Relational key means nothing but uniquely identifies the data from the database. Okay, so here we are observing some example also. So here the table name is student and these are the column names. So name, roll number, phone number, address, age all belongs to the relational schema. So one, two, three, four, five tuples are here. So these five tuples are we can refer as relational instance. Okay, and another thing here we need to care about the null values. Otherwise, so null values creates a lot of problems in the relations. So we try to discuss in the next sessions. So how to which type of problems are occurred. So by using the null operators. So that means we are not able to performing the efficient operations or efficient transactions when we are allowing the null values into the table. So what is the meaning of null value? So null value means nothing but absence of the user. So nothing but missing the value by the user. So that means user is not entering the value, but that is not equal to zero. Remember this. And we are already discussing about how we are avoiding the null values into the table. So by using not null keyword, we can avoid the occurrence of the null values into a table. So in the morning session, we are seeing about that. Just to try to see again clearly. Okay, by using not null keyword, we can restrict the occurrence of the null values. So if we are not giving the not null, then it will be accepting the null values into a table. So that means, so it will be creates a lot of problems like maybe the different types of anomalies or errors are occurred when we are allowing the null values into a relation. That is the problem. Okay, so and how to we are find out the null values of the table? For example, so here during the creation of this table, here we are not mentioned the not null keyword. If you are observe here, so create table, table name. Table name is customers ID int. Not null is mentioned. So name data type and not null is mentioned is data type not null. So address character of data type 25. But here we are not mentioned the not null keyword. Salary is here also we are not mentioned the keyword not null keyword. So these two fields having the chance occurrence of the null values into a table. So we are seeing the example. So salary, even though we are not entering any value for to this field, then also row is created. So that type of the situation we are not able to perform some operations. So those are the problems with the null values. Okay, even though null value is there, so how we can display the value? So that is nothing but by using is not null keyword. Okay, where salary is not null. So where salary is null. So by using null keyword, so we can display the data from the database. So select ID, name, age, address, salary from customers where salary is not null. So that means where salary is not null, only those values displayed. So that means up to 1 to 5 is displayed here. Okay, if you observe here 1 to 5 is there. Okay, so next, for example, if we want to display the null values from the table, then we can giving the condition is like this: salary is null. Okay, and we are discussing about integrity constraints. So entity integrity constraints and referential integrity constraint. So now we try to see again by using the SQL. Okay, so now I try to share my screen now. So please, I hope all of the members able to see the screen. Okay, I hope all of the members able to see the entire my screen. Okay, now we can. Okay, so here search the SQL. So when you search the SQL in the search space, then you can see run SQL command line. I hope all of the members install the software in your laptops or maybe systems. How many members having the possibility? Only those members. Better you try to download this. Okay, better you try to install in your system, so we can practice so number of queries. Okay, now first of all we try to connect. So connect in the last session we are creating one user also. So in this session also we try to create another user for better understanding. Okay, so from today onwards I will take 4 classes. Actually I'm having the 5 classes on a week. So 4 classes for theory and 1 class for I'm using only practical session. Why? Because so if we are doing the practical, then only we are able to easily understood and how we are performing this. Otherwise you are not able to understand. Okay, so that's why I consider like this. So better I will try to take at least 1 session for the practical. Okay, so now I'm just connecting by using system and manager. Okay, for example, uh, how we are creating the user. So I'm already explained in the last class. So create user, username. So what is the username? For example, I'm already creating my name, so I will try to create with your number. Okay, how you create your number? For example, maybe CSA. Okay, CSA 511. Okay, CSC 511. Yeah, for example, CSC 20, CSC 20 511. Okay, 20 B8. Okay, 17 B8 1A 1A 0 511 కదా. So 17 CSC. I'm just removing this. Create user, username 511. Okay, identified by, so we can create with our roll number. Then don't worry about this. 20 V8 1A not 511. So this is your roll number. So next, identified by, 20 B8 1A not 511. Missing user or roll number. Create user, username. So here we try to giving some CS. Okay, I think it is too long, so that's why better I'm giving like this CS 511, and this is also CS 511. Okay, user is created. Now grant all privileges to CS 511. Okay, in this type of a we are creating the user. Okay, now we try to exit. Okay, now again I'm using the SQL, run SQL command line. Now connect CS 511 by CS 511 connected. Okay, now we try to create the new tables from this login. Okay, I think all of the members able to understood. So how I am creating the user. Okay, create user, username. Okay, please wait, just wait here 1 minute. Sorry for the disturbance. Hello. 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 Is it my voice is audible? Okay. I think my screen is also visible to you, all of the members. Okay. Now I continue my session. So just I'm creating one user. So that username is CS511. Okay. And previously I'm discussing about the null values. I'm right. So if you are not giving any value for that particular field, so may default it will be considered as a null value. So that means absence of the user value. Okay. So now we try to create one table. Okay. So create. So here I'm using caps lock. There is no need to use the caps lock. Don't worry about that. Okay. Create. So create table name. For example, table name is here. We are not creating any table up to now. Am I right? So create table name. For example, here I'm consider the student table stu. Okay. Student number and number, student name. If you're having any type of the doubts, you can write down parallel with me. Okay. Student number, student name, and here I'm giving marks. Okay, but if you are observe here, I'm not using any keyword. Okay, any keyword like not null, like that. Okay, so that means one table is created here. So now I insert values, insert into table names to values. Okay, here I'm giving, for example, one. Okay, and here I'm giving my name Ganesh. Okay, here I try to give the empty. I'm not giving anything. Okay, simply I close this, but one row is created. Okay, now again I try to repeat with the same name, same number, Ganesh. In the Ganesh place, here I replace the Mahesh. Okay, here I try to give the 23, so or maybe 77. Okay, one row created. If you are observe here, so I'm I'm not giving the value for one field in the first row. In the second row, I'm giving the same number. So that means here how we are displaying the details from the database, select star from table name. Am I right? So if you are giving like this, so this is the null value, and this one is the same type of value. So at this time of situation, we can't able to perform either insert operation or retrieve operation or delete operation. Am I right? So we can't able to perform anything. If you want to do that, for example, maybe if I want to update, so update, what is update here? Table name stu. So what is set here? For example, marks. Okay, set marks equal to 88, where s number equal to 1. If I give like this, then at a time 2 rows will be updated. So why? Because here we are allowing the duplicate value. So that is also one of the problem. So how we can recover this? Okay, how we can recover this? So by using primary key. So in the previous session, I'm mentioning about this. So please note down this. Please note down. So otherwise I will try to type that one. So if you having if you want to note that, so please note down this. Okay, you can note down. Okay, so primary key, this is the very one of this is very important concept. Okay, so that's why I'm taking extra session today. So please try to cooperate with me. If you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me. Okay, now what is a primary key? Primary key is used for uniquely identifies the data, uniquely identifies the data from the database, from the database. Okay, so that is the main purpose of using the primary key. So how we are set the primary key? Okay, how we are set the primary key? So here directly we can write like this: primary key of, sorry, primary key of field name. If you are giving like this, then it will be creating the primary key. Okay, and another thing, for example, how we are creating the primary key for the existing table. Okay, then by using alter table table name. Okay, add here we can add the primary key of field name. This is the another type of way to define the primary key. Okay, so another type of way is, so during the creation of the table, create table name. Okay, here we are giving field name, for example, maybe field name data type. Here we try to mention primary. So this is also another type of way. So that means up to now I'm saying about three types of ways to creating the primary key. So this is the first one. So here also we are creating. Okay, if you are observe here, create table name, field name, data type. So in this type of way, we can specify any number of field names. So and we try to assign the data types. Okay, play. Okay. Next, we try to specify where is the primary key. Okay. So these are the three types of ways to creating the primary key. Please try to understood clearly. Don't get confused. Okay. So now I try to clear screen. Okay. So first of all, create table. Okay, create table name, for example, student stud. Here I'm just mentioned stud, student number, student name, worker of 20. Okay, marks number. Okay, so here I mentioned primary key of, what is the primary key in this, in the relation student number. Okay, so this is the one type of way to creating the primary key. Okay, so now again we are using another type of thing. For example, here we are not mentioned this. Okay, here I'm specifying this is the primary. Okay, and we try to give the another name, that is stud1. Okay, okay, so missing keyword, yeah, primary key. Okay, if you are observe here, so how I'm creating the primary key for the student number, data type, direct rightly primary key. So that means here we need not specify primary key separately. So simply when during the creation of the table, so with the field name following the data type, so here I mention primary key. Okay, so and third type. So I will try to say about the third type now. So these are the types of ways to creating the primary key. Okay, so for example, here I'm giving stud2. Okay, so now I try to insert values into stud2. Okay, insert it into stud2 values. Okay, here you need not give the capital letters like this. So just I'm giving normal. So we can use lowercase letters or maybe uppercase letters. There is no problem. Okay, so now here I'm giving number 11. Okay, so here I'm giving some number, for example, Akash. Okay, Akash. Here I'm giving, for example, 90. I'm giving this like this, table one row is created. Okay, so if you observe here from the above example, create table name. Here the table name is stud2. In this creation of the table, here I'm not mentioning the primary key. Am I right or not? So that means how we are If we want to add primary key now, so then how we can add the primary key for the existing table? So, but here I'm not mentioned the primary key during the creation of the table. Now, how can I add the primary key? So by using alter. So alter table, what's the table name? Stud2. Okay, what we are adding here? Primary key, add of primary key. So what is the primary key in this table? S number. Okay. So in this type of way, we can, uh, add spelling is a double d. Okay. So table is altered. So that means the up to now we are discussing about three types of ways to creating the primary key. Okay. If you want to note down, please note down this. Okay. So in the first way, here mention at the last. So that means first of all, here we are specifying all the field names. At the final stage, here we are specifying primary key of data type. Sorry, primary key of field name. Right. So this is the one type of way. Second type of way is directly giving the primary key. Third type of way is, so after creating the table, we are adding the primary key. So anyhow, the primary key purpose is uniquely identifies the data from the database. Okay, and morning session, I am also saying about this. Insert into table name, for example, start two values. Okay, so here I am giving ampersand s number, ampersand s name, and ampersand marks. Okay, if I'm giving like this, then it will be asking directly. For example, student number 12 and student name is tripless and marks, for example, 56. One row created. Select star from, what's the table name? Start 2. Okay. So now again I'm using the same command. Okay. Student number. So just simply I press the enter. So just using slash and enter. So what is the purpose of slash? So what we had run in the previously, so that can be run. Okay, so slash means nothing but the previous command will be working now. Okay, so insert into table name values, ampersand field name, ampersand field name, like that. How many fields are we are specified in the table? So then we can easily insert any number of rows easily. So for example, so student number 13, student name is, for example, triple G, and marks is 77. Again, I'm using slash. So student number is 14. Okay, for example, if I'm giving the same type of student number, so we will see later. Okay, student name, for example, triple R. So marks 88. So again, I'm using slash student number. So I'm already giving the 14. I'm right. So now again, I'm giving the 14. So if I'm giving like this, primary key should be restricted that value. So the type of the constraint will be referred as key constraint or primary key. Okay, triple E. Okay, marks 66. So if you are observe here, unique constraint is violated. Okay, in the morning session, we are already discussing about this. So domain constraint, entity integrity constraint, referential integrity constraint. Okay, so in this type of way, we are creating the primary key, and that is the purpose of primary key. So that means it will be eliminates the duplicate values. It maintains the unique values, and this will be used to easily identify the data from the table. Okay, so I hope all of the members able to understood how we are set the primary key. In the morning session, so I will try. I'm just explaining what is a primary key. Okay, so now I hope all of the members able to understood. Please remember this. So this is the important concept in the exam point of view also. Okay, another thing. Now we try to maintain referential integrity. Okay, if you having the possibility, please note down this. So up to now, just we are discussing about what is a primary key used for uniquely identifies the data from the database. So how we are creating. So here, this is the first way, and this is the first way to creating the primary key, and this is the second way. So this for the purpose for maintaining this is existing table. Existing table. Okay, how we are adding the primary key for the existing table. So this is the third type of way to adding the primary key. Field name data type. Here we are specifying primary key. So now we are discussing about referential integrity. Okay, referential integrity. So what is the referential integrity? So referential integrity is used for combining the two tables, and maintains the integrity. So what is the meaning of integrity? So integrity means easily inserts new condition into the database. Okay, into the database. That is the integrity. Then what is the meaning of referential integrity? Means here we are consider two tables. First of all, please remember this. So I will try to share this WordPad also. Don't worry about this. Okay, here we are considered two tables. So one will be treated as primary table. One will be treated as primary table. Okay, and second one will be treated as secondary table. Okay, so before creating this table, you should be remember. So primary key of the primary table should be equal with the secondary table of foreign key. Okay, then only we are able to combine both tables into a single table. Okay, so in the exam point of view, asking about this number of times. So what is a primary key and what is a referential integrity? In the last, I think 2 days back, maybe Saturday, supplementary exam is conducted for the DBMS for civil students. I think civil or maybe some other branch. I don't know exactly. So those members write the exam on that paper asking this question. So what is a referential integrity? Explain with an example. So referential integrity means even though we are refer another table, then also maintains the integrity. Integrity means nothing but inserts a condition easily. So that is nothing but integrity. Okay. And here, so when you please remember this, primary key of the primary table should be equal with the secondary table of the foreign key. Okay, so now we try to see. So in the example, if we are observe here, we are consider the morning example. This is the prime table. Okay, this is the secondary table. So prime table of the primary key should be match with the secondary table of foreign key. Then we are able to combine this. So now we try to see with the example. Okay, thank you. So just you please try to understand this, and please try to create the primary key and foreign key, okay, in your homes if you having the possibility. So first of all, we try to create one table. Create table. Table name is, for example, here I'm consider EMP. Okay, employee number, employee name. So employee name data type is worker of 20, and sal data type is number, and here we should be specifying the primary key. What is the primary key in this? So what is the primary key in this relation? Employee number. If you are giving this command, then the output is table created. Am I right? Output is table created. So now you create another table. Create table department. Okay. Department ID ఏంటది Okay, create table, table name, department ID, and data type. So what is the data type for the department ID? So this is, for example, here I'm consider number. Okay, another thing, department name. So varchar of 20. Okay, now we are creating one attribute for the foreign key. Okay, so that's why here I am converting, so that will be name is EID number. Okay, so this is also, we already know about this. Here we are not doing any new thing. So when we are creating one table, mention the field name, data type, field name, data type, and finally we are specifying what is the primary key in this. In the same way, here we are creating another table, department, department ID, department name. So those are enough actually, but here we are mention another attribute, so that is match with the prime table. Okay, so here I'm consider EID, so we can write our name also, no problem. For example, here I'm mention our name, so no problem, whatever it may be. For example, here I mention hi. Okay, okay, okay. This is the another field. uh, Data type is, what is the data type? Number data type. How we can say that? So in this one, primary key is, data type is number, so that's why here also we are consider number. Okay, now we specify the primary key. So what is a primary key? So primary key is in this. So what is the primary key? DID. Okay, next we try to specify what is a foreign key. Foreign key of, what is the foreign key in this relation? Hi. Okay, references. I think in the morning session also I mentioned the same attribute name, so don't worry about this. So we can use any name. Okay, so foreign key of attribute references, which table we should be match this EMP. So if you're giving like this, then also table is created. Okay, so just we try to see. I will try to share this WordPad. Okay, if you want to note down, you can note down this. So just a copy this and go for the screen and clear the screen. Clear the screen. If you click this one here in the left corner, one SQL box is there. If you click this, so then it will be display edit. So on that you can paste. So one table is created. So now again I'm creating the department table. Okay, department table. Again we can click the another box, so that is edit and paste. So now we are creating two tables. I think all of the members able to understood this. Okay, now we can insert the values. Insert into table name. What's the table name? EMP values. So we can give multiple number of this. So employee number. Okay, and another one employee name, and another one cell. Okay, if I'm giving like this, so employee number one, employee name, for example, triple A, and the salary is 34,000. Okay, if I'm using slash, again run the same thing, 2, and employee number is B, and salary is, for example, 44,000. Okay, I'm giving slash again, employee number 3, employee name C, and salary is 55,000. Okay, now I just display the select star from EMP. Okay, so now I try to use the same command again. Okay, so insert into, what's the table name? Another table name, DEPT values. Okay, so here also you are using ampersand with the field name, ampersand DID, ampersand DName, and another one ampersand what is the another field name? Hi. Okay, if you are giving like this, for example, department ID 100 and department name CSC and hi. So what is the attribute for to this? It should be matched with the employee number. I'm already saying about that. So the primary key of the prime table should be matched with the secondary table of foreign key. What is the foreign key here? Hi. Okay, so if you are giving, hey, actually here 1 to 3 only. If you are giving other than this, so then not accepting the row. For example, if I'm here 5, not created. So parent key is not found. So that is the error. So that means, so it should be matched with the references CMP. So in the creation of the table here, we are mentioned references CMP. So that means whatever it may be the foreign primary key of the prime table. So those type of values only accepted to creating the row. So if you want to again, so I will use slash again now. So 100. So department name is CSC and high name is, for example, if I'm giving one, then it will be accepted. One row created. So department ID 101 and department name is IT and the high name is 2. So why? Because here 1, 2, 3 is I am giving. So whatever it may be the values of the primary key of the prime table, only those values are accepted in the foreign key. Okay, again I'm using the slash. So 102 and department name is ECA and high is, for example, 3. For example, if you want to see, select star from EMP, okay, and another one select star from DEPT. Okay, so if we want to display both tables in a single table, so then how we can write the query? So simply select star from table name is nothing but display one table. Am I right? So now we are displaying two tables. Select star from EMP. Here I'm creating one object E. Okay. In the same way, DEPT D. So now I mention, so which type of columns are equal in the table. So where, okay, where, so this table is considered as E and this table considered as D. So E dot E number equal to D dot high. So now the output is like this. If you are consider if the output is like this, you can use this command set line size space 200. Okay. So for example, if I want to display only E number, E number DID, E name, D name like this, then how we can write the query? Select E dot E number comma D dot DID. Okay, E dot E name comma D dot D name from table names. What are the table names? EMP E comma DEPT D, where E dot E number equal to D dot high. If I'm giving the queries like this, then it will be display only the 4 columns from the table. Okay. So in this type of way, we are able to combine the table and you use the commit also. I hope all of the members able to understood how we are using the differential integrity and how we are maintains the key constraint. So in other words, primary key and foreign key. Okay, in the exam point of view, this is the one of the important question. Okay, then how we can understood? So this is a primary key. So in the exam point of view, so directly giving the data to create the table, but not mention that is a primary key. Then how we can find out this? So particular whatever it may be the primary key, so that will be underlined like this. If the underline of the attribute, sorry, underline of the attribute mention, so that is a primary key. Okay. And another thing here, we are how we are creating the foreign key and how we are creating the primary key and how we are combine the both tables into a single table in this session. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood. If you having any number is having any type of the doubt, you can ask me now. Okay, otherwise we can end the session today. So I think this unit is completed. I think this unit is completed after 2 classes. Why? Because only this syllabus is what is the relational model and another thing DDL and DML and DCL and TCL commands. Okay, actually now the time is not enough to discuss about the remaining commands. So we're all discussing about DDL and DML commands in the last classes. And I am already sharing my video also. So if you're having the possibility, please listen once. So to clarify about those comments. And we are not discussing clearly about the DCL and TCL comments. So we will try to discuss in the next class. Why? Because maybe most of the members not able to understand clearly. So I hope I'm explaining very slowly. about the primary key and foreign key. Why? Because this is the very important topic. Okay, so that's why I'm explaining the step by step clearly. If you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me now. So otherwise, we can end the session today. In the next session, I will explain about DCL commands and TCL commands. Then relational model is completed. So next, we are having two topics. What are the SQL functions and the data types of the SQL? That's it. Second unit is completed. Okay. So and we try to practice some of the queries. Okay. I hope in the next two classes, maybe in this week, second unit will be completed. Okay, if you're having any other doubts, you can contact me personally also. If you're having any member is any doubt, please ask me now. So I will try to unmute yourself. Uh, most of the members not join within the time. So I don't know why they are not joined within the time. If you're having any member, any type of the doubt, you can ask me now. So otherwise we can end the session. My end the session now. If any member is having any type of the doubt, you can ask me. Okay, every day I'm sharing my videos uploaded in the YouTube and I try to share my link. So if you go to the channel, you can verify the playlists and that playlists DBMS folder is separated. You can watch the particular videos. In the same way, I think PS and OS and flat each and every subject having the playlists. You can select the every video. Okay. So my end the session now. Okay, if you're having any type of the doubts, you can contact me personally also. Okay, I think my number is I think all of the members is having my number. Okay, if you want that, you can search in the group. Okay, my end the session now. Okay, thank you, Ananda. From the next session onwards, I will try to ask the question after end of the session. Particularly for some particular members, maybe during the session or after ending the session or maybe starting the session. Okay. If you not answer me, then it will be take it as a serious issue. Please try to understood this. Okay. No one is asking up to now any doubt. So that's why I'm having this type of situation. Okay. Thank you, one and all. I will share this. If you want necessary, I will share this WordPad also. Thank you. In the group. Thank you, one and all.